What the left remind me of? They remind me of my ex-missus, where even if she was wrong in an argument, logically, right, she'd just cry and scream until you give up and she wins the argument.
Yeah.
That's what they're like.
True.
Just louder and louder than you until they win, and you just give up.
The problem is, like, there is some actual normal ones in there from the conversations about. Like, there's a few that.
Yeah, you get the central left ones, but then the far right ones shut them down.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So then the ones that actually have good points that you want to hear, they don't get to say them.
Well, in Cobb the other week at that Great British Protest, if you noticed, the girl, because my mate Joe was in the left crowd, and she was arguing the mixed race girl. But then, obviously, Joe said to her, that's enough, I've grown up with him, I know how good of a lad he is. So he's obviously, she stepped out, but she's more centre-left, so she was able to have that conversation and speak rather than just being, yeah, you're wrong, racist. So if you can pull the centre-left ones away from them, you'll be able to get conversations out of them.
That's what we need, really. You need to be able to have more conversations. You can't get anywhere without conversations.
No, you can't, no, you can't, no.
And there's got to be some sort of middle ground.
This is what scares me about the left, though, that their attack on freedom of expression and freedom of speech is an attack. And that's where a democratic society could break down, because even people that are racist, let them be racist and talk, at least we can find them then, can't we? If we can find the racist people allowed, we can spot them out. If you try and suppress their voices so much, they're just going to go underground, and then they become more dangerous because they sit in their own echo chambers.
But then you're also pushing out more extremists by doing it, because I feel like more people who are, say, like actual far right people, they're going to get more angry seeing that, and then they're going to Then the far left who are shutting down the central left, they're going to get even more angry, and it's just going to create this whole spiral of never-ending shit.
Yeah, and freedom of speech being on the attack is the worst thing you can do. That is the main thing for a democratic country that allows us to be able to be democratic and free and have all these wonderful things you like here. But calling everybody racist and far right over a few opinions about immigration is absolutely wild. I'm not being funny, it's been 15, since Blair we've let in 15 million, let alone everyone before that. I personally think we've been very, very kind. We're not going to miss out on any diversity if we slow numbers of immigration down now. It's a very diverse country. I'm sorry, has no one noticed that? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, all my concern is like everything's going to be, it's getting more expensive. Cobb's already a HMO city, basically.
Yeah, people are just getting sick of it, aren't they now?
I think what it is, a lot of these lefties will be from places as well. They don't live in the inner cities. They'll travel from like the little. They still live in what
little town that's still.
Yeah, you'll go to towns like you've done your trip recently. Go to the weirdest places. You probably come across some lovely British villages.
Oh yeah.
That are subsequent. But that ain't, eventually they'll all get swarmed as well, and they'll all be changing. I don't mind immigration. I think if immigration would have stayed at about 100,000 since Blair came in a year net, I think we'd be fine. Yeah. It's just the mass numbers is wild.
He didn't even promise that though. He promised less. Didn't he promise like net 10,000, like tens of thousands?
Yeah, well, before Blair, it was about 30,000 to 50,000 net from what I've looked into.
Yeah.
And since then, it's just exploded. The last 2 years, it's been outrageous.
He increased that to like 10,000 net.